quick question. Who is originally from here? Like, born and raised? So, like, fucking nobody, basically. Or, like, half a person or whatever. Yeah, I think that's interesting. I always like to start with that because it's almost nobody. Like, it's a town of transplants. I think that's fun. It's like a really artistic refugee camp or something. It's like uplifting in a way. You know, everybody comes out here to follow their dreams. You come out here to get into TV, you come out here to escape the winter, or because you can't sell your shitty poetry in Kansas or whatever. You can't sell it out here either, but if you're gonna be homeless, it's better to be homeless here than in fucking Kansas. But I'm a transplant too. I'm originally from Chicago, and I love being from Chicago, and I love living here, especially this time of year in February when Chicago's miserable. And I was just there. I was actually just there, literally over the weekend, from Friday to Monday. And a quick little trip. It was cold as fuck, A. And B, I had kind of like a weird moment on the plane. I think it was a lot of whiskey, and I was 10,000 feet in the air, and I realized like what a time to be alive it is when I could just take a 4,000 mile round trip weekend voyage to go get fucked up in another city, like for the hell of it. And I was really like amazed to have Croc on this plane. And I started thinking about, you know, the miracle of flight and all the mechanics of the airplane, how awesome it is, how like air travel is like, in an airplane it's safer than being in a car technically. And then this is when my thoughts turned on me because I started thinking like, well, is that really true? Like, I feel like in a car you got some leeway, right? Like on a spectrum, a car accident could be like 1 fender bender or 10 a fatality. So you got some options in between. Whereas plane crashes are very binary. It's like ones and zeros. You're either gonna land and live or crash and die. There's no fender benders in the sky. The sky is merciless. And anything can happen up there. You're going so fast, if you hit like a little bit of debris or like some ice in a cloud, it's gonna tear through the fuselage and kill everybody. Or even if you make it through the tumultuous skies, when you're landing, if that landing gear isn't perfect, you're hitting the concrete at 300 miles an hour and you're gonna die. And at this point in the conversation, the woman sitting next to me asked me to stop talking to her. She put her headphones back in, which I thought was pretty fucking rude. She was a little nervous, so that's fine. That's fine. When I'm not annoying random women on airplanes, I have one woman that I annoy at home, because I just got married very recently, a couple months ago. Thank you very much. So far I like it. I know I'm new into it, but it's good. I think I'm gonna do the old till death thing, just stick with it, you know, until either one of us dies. Probably in a plane accident if I keep making these jokes and tempt fate. But we almost did get married. We had a little hump we had to overcome early in our relationship. I'm gonna tell you this harrowing story. And a little bit of background here. Many years and years ago, I was in the military, so I am a veteran. And thank you. You're welcome, I guess I should say. Despite I just said that, I know, but I try not to say that every 5 minutes so I don't look like a douchey stereotype, right? So when I met the woman that would become my wife, it didn't come up right away. So when it did, she was like really fascinated. She doesn't know a lot of veterans, she's used to the stereotypes. She starts doing a bunch of research, like I'm a fucking science experiment, and she comes across an article about guys in Iraq and Afghanistan who were bringing home body parts from the war and getting in trouble. I didn't know that she found that, but she did. And they planted a little seed in her brain that would blossom later. And so, meanwhile, I work in TV and film. That's why I migrated out here. I work in production, and the thing about working in production is that you steal shit. If you're not like indie bullshit movie and they can't pay you your overtime, you just take their props. This is how it works. And so I was working on some rinky-dink bullshit, and I found out our check was gonna be late. So I took a prosthetic severed arm to home with me. And I know it's like a really badass arm because the night I stole it, I got home and I put it in my shirt and put my real arm behind the back. And I walked in and my roommate was like this badass dude with sleeves and tattoos and a big beard. He comes up to say hi, I say hi to him, shake my hand, my arm falls out, and he screamed like a bitch. So I know that it was like really realistic and cool. Now, smash cut 2, me and this woman are getting ready to move in together, we're gonna take this big step. And I think we're moving in on like a Saturday and it's like Wednesday or whatever. So she's texting me like pictures of her boxes and she's like, oh my god, I can't wait to move in with you. And I'm texting pictures of my boxes. I'm like, oh my god, me too, smiley face. And then I get a text that's, she's like, hey, what is that? And I look at the picture and the arm was like sticking out of the box. And so I didn't know that this thing was growing in her brain about the body part. So I respond, LOL, that's an arm. And I didn't know that I had to like specify what it was. And then I don't get any responses back. So I'm like, oh yeah, maybe she's busy. But by the end of the night, I'm like, let me see if she's busy, or I'm kind of getting like a weird vibe here. Call her up, she answers the phone, and immediately there's a vibe, or an atmosphere, if you will. And she goes like right into it. And she's like, why do you have that thing? And I thought I knew what she was talking about. She was talking about a severed human limb, but I was talking about a super cool movie prop. So I was like, because it's fucking awesome. Like, why wouldn't I have that? And there was one on the side on the other end of the phone. So I was like, okay, I gotta do some damage control here. Clearly this is not cool. And so I was like, you know what, like this isn't an everyday thing. This is like just for Halloween. And that didn't me no favors. That did not work at all the way I intended. So then I'm like, okay, clearly this is going to be an argument we're going to have in October. I'm going to push this. So I'm like, look, it's too gnarly. We'll just keep it in the box. We don't have to take it out. And she's like, I don't want that thing in my house. And so now I'm got red flags flying because I'm like, I did not just get seduced into moving in with this closet Mormon who like fucking hates Halloween. Like, I fucking love Halloween. So I'm going to call her out. So I'm basically like, did something happen in between the last time I saw you now? Because you're being really prudish about this. And she gets very serious, and she's like, just tell me honestly how you got that thing. And I think she wanted like an epic story to justify it, like, oh, it was the Battle of Fallujah, and I promised my boy I'd bring him home, this is all I could bring, or some shit like that, but I couldn't say that because that's not true. So I was like, I don't know, fucking Sharknado 7 wouldn't pay my overtime, so I took their shit. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. And then there was another side, but it was a sigh of relief. She was like, oh, it's a movie prop. And then I kind of like, it hit me like what she thought it was. And after I got over being insulted that she thought it was some sort of ghoul who like traffics human limbs, we got over this little hump. And there was a happy ending because we ended up getting married. And there's an extra happy ending because now I can just like gaslight the shit out of her. So if she's ever like, hey, I thought I asked you to do dishes, I can be like, yeah, well, you also thought I had a fucking arm in a box. That's some shit she's gonna deal with until death does us part, probably by airplane. Thank you very much, everybody.